Welcome back, guys. Are you still hesitant about trying Sucker Punch Studios' newest IP, Ghost of Tsushima? You've been hearing a lot of hype and praise about this game in the gaming community, but you're still not sure? Well, you clicked on the right video because I'll be giving you my impressions of Ghost of Tsushima and let you know if it's worth your time and money. Let's jump right into it. So I'll get right to the point. Ghost of Tsushima, it's awesome. The game offers three major things that I truly enjoy immensely: gameplay mechanics, customization, and side quests. Each one of these elements give the game a compelling and unique feeling. So one of the first major things we'll talk about is gameplay mechanics. What makes the gameplay mechanics so compelling is the ability to approach objectives in a fun and engaging way. Sucker Punch Studios achieved this with two different playstyles: combat focus or stealth focus. They are fun, engaging, and allows you to increase your technique, speed, and stamina in combat. So let's take a look at these two different playstyles and kind of explain why they differ in many ways and why these two playstyles put together make the gameplay so unique and addictive. So let's start with combat focus. A combat focus is just meaning frontal assault, and under your technique tab the first thing you see is samurai. That is your combat focus, and as you look in there you have deflect and evade. These are the techniques you can use when you unlock skill points to go towards these two particular types of techniques to increase your combat focus ability. But there's one more element that they added that makes it even cooler, which is your mystic techniques. Now you don't unlock these with skill points, you unlock these by doing certain missions that we'll talk about later on through the video. But these are the two types of techniques that you are able to use when you go with combat focused style gameplay, which is awesome. So now let's take a look at the stealth focus playstyle. So stealth focus is in its name. It's all about stealth. It's all about catching enemies off guard by using your environment and things around you to catch enemies slipping. Now what's cool about this in Ghost of Tsushima, which I think Sucker Punch Studios did a wonderful job in naming it under the technique tab, Ghost. Now what kind of techniques and things can you use when you are doing stealth focus? You have your ghost weapons and you have evolving techniques that you can use to catch enemies off guard, use the environment around you and things like that. Now you have kunais, bombs, and other things you can use to take out large enemies at a time. You have abilities to listen in and catch enemies off guard. You have stealth kills, and you have multiple stealth kills at one time with these type of techniques that you unlock with skill points, which I think is cool. And that's what makes these two different playstyles so unique, because you can use them both at the same time. You can go in, take out a group of enemies with a frontal assault, and then another group of enemies you can do stealth focus and kill them with tactics like your ghost weapons or evolving techniques, which I think is awesome. Makes the gameplay go so smooth, very smooth. It's a beautiful flow. It's really addictive, and I think that stealth focus is one of my favorites because it makes me feel like a ninja. And when he gets a certain type of armor that's ghost, he just looks straight up like a ninja. But that is what stealth focus is, and you can use these two interchangeably anytime you want throughout the whole game, which is awesome. And because it's an open world game, the possibilities are endless. So now let's take a look at the second major thing I love about this game: customization. So what's so cool about the customization in this game? Now don't get me wrong, the customization in this game isn't mind-blowing, trust me, but it does have a lot to offer. And one of the things that it has to offer is armor sets. Now you looking at me, well, ain't armor sets a part of upgrades and stuff like that? Yes it is, but it's also part of the customization. And what's cool about the armor sets in this game is that that is a key component to progression as well, because your armor sets, on top of you building skill points for your techniques, give you extra bonuses, which makes it even cooler in my opinion. Each set in this game can improve either offense or defense. Some armor sets improve both, allowing you to cause some havoc in the Mongols camp. My favorite armor set in Ghost of Tsushima is Ghost Armor, which has okay stats. It doesn't have the great stats in the world, but it has some cool stats in my opinion. So I mean, it's just something that I think Sucker Punch did really well with adding on to the gameplay and customization aspect of the game, which gives you a way to have some type of flavor with your particular character, which is always cool. Gamers love customizing their own characters to express them and their playstyle. And Sucker Punch Studios kind of achieved that with some of the armor sets they have in here. That gives you the ability to even put on more stats and more abilities on to what you already get by playing the game as a whole, which to me is awesome. But Sucker Punch added one more piece of equipment to give you an advantage in this Mongol invasion, which is called charms. Each one of these charms will give you extra stats with your armor set in the game. You can collect charms throughout Tsushima by completing side quests along with finding hidden shrines. And they're not really hard to find, you just got to explore. It is an open world adventure game, so explore, you find shrines that give you charms that have some different abilities, double damage and things like this to give you, you know, an edge in combat, which you can use because there's some enemies in this game that are rough, especially when you play on the hardest difficulty. So my final major thing I love about Ghost of Tsushima is the side quests in this game because they are awesome. Why do I love the side quests? Each side quest has its own story and characters, and the stories are unique and interesting. On top of that, you have to mention it, the side quests are interesting on their own right, besides the main story, which is cool as well. Sucker Punch structured these side quests into two different types, which help flesh out the main story by giving you a look at the people of Tsushima. My favorite type of side quest in this game is Mystic Tales. Now, remember before I told you that mystic techniques that you can use to combat focus, you have to do certain missions to unlock that. Well, that's Mystic Tales. Once you complete Mystic Tales side quests, you unlock special techniques, armor, and also weapons, which I think is awesome. Sucker Punch tells these stories in a beautiful animated ink portrait style that gives it a unique look, in my opinion. It does, and it's really beautiful. I mean, there was only one other studio that I remember doing something similar, and that was CD Projekt with The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. I mean, that's the only other studio I've ever seen that did something similar to that, which I thought was awesome as well. The other side quests in Ghost of Tsushima are called Tales of Tsushima. The Tales of Tsushima are fun most of the time. Yeah, they're fun most of the time, like I said, but they can get a little repetitive. The only other side quest from Tales of Tsushima I really loved was Yuna's quest, because it was a really emotional story. Now, I don't want to go into details about that story because it's a really great side quest story that I want you to play and find out for yourself, so I'm not going to spoil it for you if you're still on the fence about buying this game. But that story itself is a tearjerker. I mean, it got me really emotional as I was playing through that side quest. So it's a really good side quest, and that was the only one that I love besides Mystic Tales, because the others are repetitive. But you also have other side quests that has its own story with its own characters, and these characters are your supporting cast. So it's really good. It lets you figure out who each character is and why they're determined to do what they're doing, which I thought was awesome. Let me know if you have played it, which side quest tale you like the most. Was it Yuna's? Was it other supporting characters? I would love to know in the comment section below. So yeah, I mean, that was a really emotional side quest for me. That was really cool. So, like I said before, they are repetitive, and some of them are repetitive. But other than that, I had a great time with them, and that is the final major thing I love about this game. So, Ghost of Tsushima, in my opinion, is a great game to experience for yourself. With its awesome gameplay that allows you to approach situations in fun and engaging ways, the customization gives you tools to create a cool looking character with some flavor. Side quests in Ghost of Tsushima are creative and fun to play in an open world game, since The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. And if you like open world games like this or The Witcher 3, then you will love Ghost of Tsushima, in my opinion. But that's all I have to say about this game, which I recommend going out and get it. If you can't afford it right now, wait till the price drop down, or trade in some games that you don't, or sell some games you don't want anymore to kind of get it, because it's a must play. guarantee it's a must-play game and you don't want to miss out on it. So that's all I have to say about Ghost of Tsushima for the PlayStation 4 by Sucker Punch Studios. Thank you for staying to the end video. I really appreciate that. Make sure you hit that like button, helps with the channel. Make sure you share, helps out as well. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for, really? Hit that subscribe button so you can be, and hit the notification bell so you can notify when we upload more content, because a lot more content is coming and we have something big in works that we're going to be announcing pretty soon. Stay safe, and always, gaming is a lifestyle, not a hobby. Talk to you later.